called Spicy Creamy Chicken. I put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. You're supposed to use a little bit of butter. Oops. But what you're going to do is you need to go ahead and cook this with onion, chopped onion, until the chicken's brown and the onions are soft. And then we'll do our seasoning after that. Before this gets done, I want to go ahead and put my seasonings on there. You need a half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper. I need about a quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm going to continue to cook this, which it just needs a few more minutes and it'll be ready to go. Let's add our Italian seasoning. I forgot about that. We need about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So I went ahead, got everything browned, onions are soft. I've added in my butter, which is the next ingredient, and then now we're supposed to add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I had to go get more cream. So that was 1 cup. Go ahead and mix this together a little bit. And you were to bring this to a boil, so you probably need to cut it up just a little bit. Not medium-high heat, but a good medium, good strong medium. Bring that to a boil. And while this is cooking, you need to already be boiling your water for your ziti pasta. You could probably use any pasta, but the recipe calls for ziti, and that's what we're going to be using today. Make sure it's cooked al dente, nothing more than that, because you're going to mix it into this mixture. Alright, I'll be back in a few. Cut the heat down just a little bit, because it's already bubbling pretty good. So I've already cut the heat down to about low simmer. You can add a can of Rotel to this. You could probably do plain tomatoes. I went ahead and drained it because I didn't want it to be too wet. You know, it was already soupy enough. So I'm going to let this just simmer just a tiny tad. Just enough to warm it back up. Because we got to put our parm in it. And we're going to need about 2 cups worth. I'm just going to use to my discretion. I think I have a little bit less than 2 cups, or maybe right at it. So let me turn the heat up just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my cheese. I already have everything melted, everything's added, everything's ready to go. Just waiting on that. And we'll mix the pasta into this. Okay, y'all. So I've got everything done. And now I'm adding the pasta to the sauce. It seems like a real light sauce. I think it's going to be rich though, if that makes sense. So it's going to be real kind of thin, not thick. But it's going to be a little bit rich because of the heavy cream. But you see, it just barely just kind of glazes over the pasta. And so right now, I wanted my pasta to be cool going in. So now I'm starting to heat it back up again. You're supposed to serve this warm. And the small can of, you know, because the Rotel tomatoes are kind of like a 10-ounce can, I believe. They're like a little bit smaller than an average size can. That's like the perfect amount of tomatoes. And you can also do tomato sauce if you wanted to, but I didn't have a small can and I didn't want it too much, you know. I wanted it more on the creamy side than the tomato side. Alright, so I'm just going to let this sit and warm up for the family. And then I'm going to serve it. And that's going to be all for today, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.